Millions of Australians are currently on government support, but Newstart recipients are among the few winners. Their payments have doubled, and while there are calls to keep the subsidies, workers like Carlos fall through the cracks.
There's no incentive at all to come to work.
24-year-old Carlos is one of the lucky ones. He's still got a job.
A few of my friends are on the JobKeeper, so they're making a bit more than me as an apprentice.
Before the pandemic, Carlos was also working a casual job in retail, but was laid off along with all his fellow workers.
As casuals, they were earning $700 a fortnight, but now on the JobKeeper, sitting at home, they're earning $1,500.
Despite taking a big hit to his income, Carlos says he's unable to apply for Centrelink.
And now, because of this coronavirus, I no longer have those shifts at my casual job. So I'm earning less than that, and they're not working at all and earning a lot more than me. I think it's a little unfair.
I don't want to tell them about that, eh?
In fact, those on welfare have never been so comfortable. Matt says he's just spent $600 on the latest Nintendo with all the trimmings.
It was quite hard. I've heard it was very hard to live on before. I wouldn't know what that's like.
I was making kind of the same, to be honest, but it's just good that, I mean, at the moment I don't have to do anything. I kind of just get, those benefits.
With unemployment forecast to double and hit 10%, there's no doubt the economy's in shock. We've now seemed to have neutralised the first threat of COVID-19. But the question remains, can we afford to keep this many people permanently on welfare? At the same time, can we afford to wind it back?
The last couple of nights since I received my first payment, I've actually slept. I'm not going to bed worried about how I'm going to make the budget stretch.
Single mum Mandy Webber has just used her first payment to buy a fridge.
It means the world to us. It gives us the dignity to be able to cover the bills that we need. It removes the embarrassment of grocery shopping and having to put items back because you don't have enough money.
Mandy used to be on Newstart, which has now been renamed Job Seeker and increased to $1,100 a fortnight, while the JobKeeper payment is slightly higher at $1,500.
The kids were both, one was working at McDonald's, one's working at Subway, just using their money to try and cover some of the bills and buy a little bit of food.
This is a change that was long overdue, 25 years with no increase in the unemployment payment. They did the right thing and they now need to make sure that they stay the long haul.
Dr. Cassandra Goldie is CEO of the Australian Council of Social Service.
For some people, they're doing things they've never been able to afford. Somebody said, I ate meat for the first time, that she couldn't remember the last time she'd eaten meat.
Do you think we can maintain this level of welfare long term?
Look, we can't afford not to have a decent social security system to look after people if you are out of paid work.
The recession will continue for a long time. It's not going to stop in 6 months' time.
Keeping the payments going after the pandemic is over makes economic sense too, says Professor Raja Junanka from the University of New South Wales.
And what's going to happen over the recession, or I think the depression now, is there won't be any jobs. So there's not anything that people are just lying around lazing on Bondi Beach or something. It's just the jobs aren't there for them to accept.
So therefore, you think if people don't have jobs because they can't get them, they don't have the money to spend, that's going to stall the economy?
It'll slow down the economy picking up because most of these people will spend most of their allowance immediately over the week or fortnight because they are on a very low level of income living.
And what our objective is to ensure that we grow the economy and we get people back into jobs and we make sure that people are being supported by the economy, not the taxpayer, as quickly as possible.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison won't guarantee the welfare boost will even last the 6 months.
There was a review built into JobKeeper to be done before the end of June, and Treasury will be doing that, and they've been doing a lot of work on that just over the last week or so.
Those relying on it say they simply can't go back.
We would be struggling. I'd be eating 2-minute noodles every day. 2-minute noodles. That's all I'd be on.
That was a temporary lifeline put in place to help Australians through the worst of this crisis. It comes at a very significant cost, but it is not envisaged, never was, to be a longer term arrangement.
And we don't cover the basics, doesn't cover anything. You can't properly pay your power, you can't properly buy food, you can't live or survive on it. It's unlivable.
The Job Seeker and Job Keeper schemes are due to end in September. We'll keep across any changes to payments in the meantime.